Hey everybody, how you doing? I want to hope you're well. I want to continue this discussion
This
regarding
discussion
what's happening with
regarding discussion
what's happening
regarding discussion what's happening regarding discussion what's happening regarding discussion what's happening.
with the Las Vegas Stadium project in the middle of this coronavirus pandemic, which is really something else, just awful. But the yesterday when I presented the first evidence that this was impacting the key financing tool for Allegiant Stadium, that being the hotel stadium tax and the revenue that flows from its application to the hotels in Clark County within a 25-mile radius. I'd given some indication that we should expect a situation that's worse in the future. Well, 24 hours later, it's quite apparent to me that future is right now. Let me read to you, thanks to Vital Vegas, great blog and social media account, what was reported by MGM. Beginning Sunday, March 15th, all MGM Resort Buffet locations in Las Vegas will be closed until further notice. The impacted locations include Mandalay Bay, Luxor, Excalibur, Bellagio, Aria, Mirage, and MGM Grand. Additionally, Mandalay Bay has announced temporary closures to the following outlets: Mizuno, Fleur, and Aroli. Due to these closures, we have suspended all rewards in our games associated to these outlets. For those players who currently have the reward in their wallet, we will issue a full refund to your account by March 20th of 2020. As soon as the outlets are reopened, we will alert our players so you can once again begin enjoying these rewards. Thank you for supporting our games and our rewards. Cheers. That was issued at 9:21 p.m. tonight. And there's more. Again from Vital Vegas, who writes in this tweet. Let me show you this one. Snapshot of the pain. Okay. And I'll put that down so I can read it better, because as things go, the mic is in the way, right? Okay. Make sure that that's properly recentered. And it is. Okay. All right. Snapshot of the pain. Due to cancellations, MGM Conference Center at MGM Grand has gone from 12 million bookings in March to fewer than 2 million. Did you hear that? They've decreased in bookings by $10 million. Now, if we were to put that number, apply that to the stadium hotel tax, little quick calculator aided math will tell us. One moment, please. That's a loss of 17,000. That's only $17,600 delivered to the stadium hotel tax coffers versus $105,600. So look at it this way. That is a loss of approximately 84%. 80, yeah, 84% loss. Gigantic drop. There's more. As I say, wait, folks, there's more. Um, let's see here. It says straight up disappointment. This photograph. Take a look at this. Completely empty. Nobody there. Nobody there. So it's this problem is upon us. It is there. It started. Is obviously quite acute, and this is a meltdown in the making. A meltdown in the making. Straight up. Straight up. So the question has to be, okay, what's Vital Vegas? I mean, what's Vital Vegas? Excuse me. What's Las Vegas going to do to get out of this? And how long will it take? By the way, Twitter is right now over capacity. Now it's cleared up. It's over capacity just for a second. Let's see here. It's got. Here's another. Speed Reads reports what I told you, but actually added it. This is another full report. This is as of 12 minutes ago about the buffets closing. Because I gave you the list that MGM put out, right? Okay, this is reporting the same thing about MGM closing all of its buffets in Aria, Bellagio, Excalibur, Luxor, MGM Grand, Mandalay Bay, and Mirage. That's basically most of the strip. And what I'm waiting for is for all of these other buffets to follow suit. Because if there's two ways to look at it. If MGM closes all of its buffets, Boyd Gaming or another organization could say, oh, you know what? Well, hey, maybe they'll come to us. But I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll follow suit and close their buffets as well. And that's going to hurt. That's going to give even less reason for anyone to want to go. And so about 24 minutes ago, someone posted this photograph of, that wasn't what I was expecting to see. Excuse me. I think RuPaul's Drag Race is on. And looking for more information here. But there are more questions about what's going to come next and who's going to cancel next. This is a full on hysteria, and full on hysteria. You can get a room at Aria Resort and Casino from $109. It's a guaranteed best rate. Expect that to drop. So it will, and this is unprecedented, completely unprecedented. And And the fact that this announcement happened, I believe, 30 minutes ago, is that, and now it's spreading viral like, will cause more people to stay home and not come to Las Vegas because, hey, no buffets. Uh, I can't imagine nightclubs will be operating. The town is basically going to wind up shutting down. And the only question will be for how long. Now, if what the MGM put out is any indication, and that's toward the 30th, that goes past the NFL draft. So now we have to start looking at the draft itself and asking, hey, are we going to have to make adjustments there? This is, again, extremely unusual. You know, and it's not just Vegas; it's everywhere. I mean, you're impacted. Hey, John Akala, how you doing? John says, "Is this going to slow down the construction of the stadium even more?" I would. Let me put it this way. I'm not sure. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because, first of all, much of the stadium is finished, almost finished. Um, the fits and finishes, there are other aspects that have to be completed. Um, but I will say this: I am concerned. I'll just say it this way. Okay, I'm being very ginger, but I'll put this very gingerly. I am concerned that certain contractors are not being made whole at this stage, and that this could not have come. Well, it could have come at a worse time, but the timing right now is pretty bad. Pretty bad. And I said it last night, and I'll say it again. This event proves and shows why you should not base your primary stadium financing on a source that is so iffy, like a hotel tax, because it is, you are a slave to economic perturbations. Period. End of story. That's it. You're not, there's nothing robust that you're holding on to. You're quite literally praying for the stadium hotel tax to flow. I mean, this isn't the first time this sort of thing has happened. This happened to, when I say this sort of thing, I mean where the economy impacted a bond issue, or I should say more accurately, the revenue to the bond issue. The bond issue is not impacted yet. And the bond issue has one major protection: the Clark County General Fund. It's a general obligation bond. In other words, the taxpayers, okay? So from the standpoint of the bond underwriters, they're fine. Now, had this been done in Harris County, where what we now call Energy Stadium, what was originally called Reliance Stadium, where the Texans was built, if this had been that situation with Harris County's law that you cannot use the county's general fund as a backstop for a bond issue, that's written into the law. If and this happened, once it got to a point where it looked like the bonds were going to default, the county would say, you're on your own. Sorry. Because that's what happened. The underwriters in that case had to go and restructure the entire bond. They came out fine. So from that perspective, the Raiders are more than fortunate that they are in a state and in a county which does not have that kind of law, and where their bond is a true general obligation bond, so that once the revenue stream is overridden because it's not performing properly, they'll turn to the taxpayers and say, yep. Okay. So that's the situation. And that situation right now, with the information I just presented to you, is more, it's clearer than ever that, to me, that their reserve is in trouble. Okay. Because if this is May 10th, if this behavior stretches until, I hope it doesn't, for my business and everybody else's, I hope we really recover. But sorry, I had just got an idea, a good one, but I digress. But if this continues through April, late April, this will damage the reserve without question. Without question. Because going back to the example of Harris County and this one, Bitcoin says, is the stadium going to be ready? At this point, the stadium, I'm not going to say it's not going to be, because they're working on it, but I just don't know what's going to happen. Okay, I'm not going to give you a cheerleading speech because of the situation that we're in. I don't quite know. I mean, we've never been in, it depends on, look, the big thing is we got to come up to a point where, look, the big thing is we got to come up to a point where we find a cure for this thing. Where you and I, everybody can get tested, and everybody can get tested for the coronavirus. And then, I think more important, find a cure. You got to find a cure for it. Bitcoin Trades asks, what's the issue? Bitcoin Trades, the issue is your late arrival, is that, first of all, you've been to Las Vegas? And while you answer that one, I'll shift gears and come back to some more explanations. I want to complete this rundown of what's happening with Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Let's see here. Yeah, this buffet story is all over. I mean, just all over the place. Las Vegas hotels get rid of buffets as coronavirus spreads. As well. Okay. Bitcoin trades still in Vegas. How slow? 50%? No, it's worse than that. Here's the problem, okay? It was just announced about 6 hours ago that MGM Resorts is shutting down the buffets at all of its major hotels. I mean, all of them. All of them. All of them. The Bellagio, Aria, all of them. All of them. Now, here's some good news. 130,000 people from around the world are expected in Las Vegas for Con Expo, America's largest construction trade show. That's happening right now. So let me see here what else is. And this day one is right now. But even with this, I mean, there's people streaming in. I don't know how many. That's 130,000 that were scheduled to come, but I don't know if 130,000 are actually coming. But people are eating. Here's some good news in all this. Look, this is Someone had a lovely dinner. All right. But even then, take a good look at the surroundings beyond this table. See that? You see that? See if I've got that properly centered. Hold on a second. I'll make sure I've got that properly centered. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, I've got that properly centered. All right, let's look up close up a little bit more. Look back here. Empty tables here, here. It's the waitress there. Okay. So beyond that table, it's still sparse. But they're there. Let's see, well, who else is going on? Your comments are, let's see here. Coronavirus narratives are significantly worse than folks think. This is Raider Gans. And he writes, "Hey, Juan Ramirez, how you doing?" He says, many want to self-reassure that only folks with underlying issues are at risk. Hello, U.S. is top 5 for underlying health issues. Bitcoin Trade says, yeah, this will hit the Vegas con market convention. Where again says, in most cases, they are not diagnosed. They're not. You have people running around. They haven't been tested, you know? So that's a dangerous situation to be in. To go out like, oh, nothing's happening. You know, it's just like a bad movie. I mean, it really is. It's like a bad movie. It's like, you know, it feels like some weird Batman movie, right? You know, where the Joker has put something into our air and all that stuff. That's what this feels like, okay? It's still unbelievable. What else here? Yes, this is the first day of the, but there isn't much activity here. So, it says, come drink with us. Paul Humel says he'll be at the Vesper Lounge. And all these photographs I'm looking at are, yeah, it's the first day of it here. There's a lot of setup, but there are very few people. So now the one thing you got to know, all right, the Vegas escort strippers also always want you to know that they're around, okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying that they want you to know that they're around. The Vegas escort strippers just want you to know that they still exist. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. This is an adult show, sort of. Well, it's mature. It's mature. But as I look around at this convention, this is the airport check-in. Karen. Hey, here's good news. Here, take a look at this. It's not all bad, folks. Look, this is people checking in for the convention, okay? Here's the badge pickup right here. See that? That's good news. That's good news. So, see? The badge pickup and everything. You know what is, they're coming in and they're going to find that by the 15th, a lot of stuff that they thought they're going to enjoy is closed. On the other hand, this being the 10th, they'll be gone by then. So once this is done, yeah, once this convention is done, it's nosedive, folks, because this is happening today. This is the first day of this convention. Excuse me. Um, and they're all setting up at their booths. So the first time was about nice surprises. Construction people. Yeah. So that's great. Not a lot of tweets, but maybe not the kind who are much on social media. Uh, yeah, the last tweet was 25 minutes ago when I showed you at dinner. But the point is, Las Vegas is not totally dead. Yay! I mean, I want to report some good news here. You know, this is sad. It really is sad. It is really tearfully sad to see not just Las Vegas, but Walt Disney World, Disneyland, the Disney parks are going to take an equally massive hit. Um, this is going to hurt a lot of people. And the best thing the president can do is, a payroll tax. Come on. Payroll tax is not going to help anybody. What he needs to do is say, you know what? I'm gonna give out 500 million to the American working population, 500 million in cash. I'm serious. 500 million in cash in a kind of a grant. Joseph Amador says the best thing that Trump needs to do is resign. Juan Ramirez says people fighting for water and toilet paper is sad. And Arcade says, so do the strippers have to wear masks? I would think the strippers have to wear that and a lot more. Bitcoin Trade says no one wearing masks. One guy would infect the entire room. I didn't even think about that. This is what he's talking about. You're right. I mean, but all those people at that table, all those folks around, none of them were wearing masks. Did you notice that? None of them. None of them. Juan Ramirez says Skid Row in every large area of homeless communities. And Raider Gann says what everyone forgets is that China is an extremely health conscious place. Yeah, that's right. See, what we don't want to have happen is what happened in Italy, where they wound up quarantining the entire country because you had 186 deaths, I think, in one day, because they didn't take seriously what was going on. Yeah, the hotel check-in too. Let's go back and look at that. You made a great point. Bitcoin trades. Let's go back and look at those photographs from the eye that you have given us, that perspective, right? So let me go back to photos. Let's see here. Trying to see if let's see here. These photographs are not exactly what I was. Yeah, that was Monday. See, Monday, March 2nd, this was last week. Okay. It says, Las Vegas on Monday, nobody got time for damn coronavirus. But that was Monday of last week. Okay. And this guy says, bring on the coronavirus. Between the beers and cigars, I'll fight it back and still clean up at the sports book. Okay, buddy. So let's see here. Now, let's do this. That was the 5th. Let's see if I can, excuse me, center that properly. Down here. Yeah, right there. Okay. You know who that is. Right, second. Those are photos. That's not funny. MGM Resorts stop upgrading its buffet service at 7 properties in Las Vegas amid coronavirus concerns, leaving drunken gamblers and tourists having to look elsewhere for crab legs and stale cake. How is Las Vegas going to survive? People are told not to travel. The venue hosting my 150. So wow, the venue hosting my 150 plus book signing in Beverly Hills just got canceled due to control advice. But here's me tonight at the incredible turnout at the Deplora Palooza in Las Vegas. He's got a good turnout. Good for him. Now that was March 7th. Okay. That was March 7th. Let's go back in history and take a look at those photographs that you and I were talking about. All right. These are the people coming. None of them. Let's give a. Here is McCarran Airport. People coming in. It's let's do this. You can see people coming in. Nobody with a mask. No one with a mask. One person I thought I saw with a mask. All right. Then go down here. This is the 12 hours ago, John Deere unveiled its new compact tractor track loader here. So nobody with the mask, business as usual. See? No hand sanitizers. Just, you know, someone, what else? We have, oh, take a look at this. This guy's got his hand on the girl there. See that? All kinds of germs flowing around, folks. All kinds of germs. All kinds of germs. Wow. Here's the latest. And this gets to the dinner that we were all talking about before. Okay. And again, no. Does anyone see any hand sanitizer on there? I don't see any. Wow. You talk about living without fear. Take a good look at these people, folks. Let's hope you see them in the near future. My Lord. My Lord. Talk about taking a risk. I mean, look, he's got his hand there, right? See that? See that? Oh man, oh man. She's probably thinking, you better not sit next to me. I'm just saying. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, so you obviously get the idea. It's like they're setting themselves up for slaughter. Joseph Amadouris says, Juan Ramirez says, I can see massive layoffs. Bitcoin Trade says, let's see Monday today. Oh, you mean Monday of Yeah, those photographs came up randomly. I didn't pick them out by date. I didn't see anything. I mean, I could look more in depth, but that takes time for my exchange with you. Um, little Joseph Armendariz reports Little Darlings in Las Vegas is giving away $50,000 bottles of hand sanitizer to paying customers. What? What? Warren Ramirez says, could we see March Madness tournament canceled, the beginning of baseball season placed on hold? I think so. Bitcoin Trade says March Madness may be with no fans. I think it's more likely, given the television situation, that would be March Madness with few fans. It'll go on because of television, right? It won't stop. But I mean, I would think. I don't have the definitive answer there. I wonder if there is a scenario where they would consider moving it back. And Bitcoin Train says, what do you think is going to happen to India slums? Slums everywhere. This is awful. Bitcoin Train says, what did I remember? What did I see miss? Okay. So yeah, let's see what else is there as far as news. Let's see. Did you hear about what Mark Davis promised? He promised to buy a dinner for all 12,000 people who worked on the stadium at some point. A big dinner, okay? A big dinner. Field the drive from Opera. That's another one for the convention. And Las Vegas Stadium is hiring a facility coordinator, by the way. That job was just posted 4 hours ago. Knowing how, talking about the stadium taking shape with the proud Allegiant Stadium name on the stadium now. Take a look. It is quite, gotta admit, it's quite cool. See? Take a look. Quite cool. That's off I-15. So they've got all the piping done there. Worked on the finish. Still have that to go over here. And over here, of course. Okay. I wonder how far they get. I can say, without giving away any confidences, that folks, there's still some problems. And I can't, because the nature of how I found out about that, I can't tell you specifically what they are at this point in time. I can just say that there are some problems. Now, how those problems are going to be addressed is under discussion right now. But those problems have nothing to do with the coronavirus. And so here comes a new layoff. And then not only that, why would, Mark Davis needs to rethink his dinner, because he's asking for 12,000 people to come to the stadium at once, ostensibly during the coronavirus. Oy! Okay. Not a good idea. Joseph Armendariz says, with Coachella being canceled, I can only see for future events like HistoryCon in Pasadena and other events, which large gatherings will also follow suit. Bitcoin Trade says all large gatherings be canceled soon. Yeah, that's the way. It's just a matter of time. But that time is flying by faster than I thought it would. Really. So it's quite a situation. Let me see what here. It's Las Vegas Stadium. Let's try Allegiant Stadium. Latest news. other than, let's see here. The Raiders Stadium is called Allegiant Stadium. Couldn't we get a better airline? Oh, that's messed up. Review Journal still trying to pump out its cheerleading news. And look at this. This is what I was talking about. Okay, look at this. Okay. All right. Okay. Says Raiders owner Mark Davis plans dinner for 12,000 at Allegiant Stadium. I can tell you the first thing I promised to have happen is I'm going to feed all the workers and a +1 steak dinner on the floor of the stadium. Great, but how are you going to do that with the coronavirus? That's clouding everything, folks. Let's see what else is there. What else? Someone looking to trade a box of hand sanitizer for a boat or RV. No low ball. Serious inquiries. Nothing else. Just more stuff about Davis and his announcement. And let's see here. Oh, this is Stephen Hill. Now, Hill claims the model of Allegiant Stadium was built to withstand an economic downturn. That was 6 hours ago. So, undoubtedly, someone saw my post from last night and went rushing to Steve. Yeah. This is a I think Steve, he says it was built to withstand economic downturn. I think he needs to amend that comment. What he needs to honestly say is, hey, look, if the hotel stadium tax dries up, the taxpayers will save us, because that is fact. They're going to go through that reserve. The downturn that they forecast in their economic projections is nothing like what's happening right now. I mean, nothing. Okay? They did not model, because it's still available, they did not model a full stop in the economy or something close to that. Or like this dramatic, like 50% reduction or reduction in bookings on the part of the MGM Conference Center from 10 million in March to 2 million. Think about that, from 10 million to 2 million. So in 1 month, they did not forecast that. They did not have a model to forecast for a pandemic at all. Which brings me to this statement. This situation is going to change economic development modeling forever, because prior to this period in time, if you had modeled for a pandemic while you were proposing a stadium in one of your scenarios, people would have laughed you out of the room, because they would think it was science fiction. They would think that you were nuts, okay? Developers only like to see rosy scenarios, and the Raiders are certainly among them, as was Stephen Hill and the people who formed the Las Vegas Stadium Authority board and staff. They did not forecast this. No one did. This is truly a science fiction movie situation. So I don't think Stephen Hill gets it, or there's two reasons. He either gets it, which, as a person who admires Steve's work, I believe he does, or he doesn't get it. If he gets it, the Stephen Hill I know He was already plotting a plan because he's that kind of guy to make sure the Las Vegas Convention Center weathers the storm. But what he put out there was spin. Built to withstand an economic downturn. Not this kind, pal. Not this kind. And see, that's the ultimate danger with all this, is all of these folks rushing to say, we're going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. It's okay. It's okay. Rather than the reality, it's not okay. They're sort of copying the president in that way. It's fine. We're going to give the appearance that everything is just fine. And in a large way, Las Vegas is a lot like Donald Trump. The marketing mentality, the mentality of the marketer, it says, I must sell. I must convince you that my reality is the only reality and that you're better off paying attention to me. You're better off buying my product. It will make you better. That's the marketer's mentality. Trump has it. Las Vegas was built around it. But in this instance, Las Vegas has to come out of that and shift to a planning mentality. That's where Las Vegas is right now. And Joseph Mamadura says, with Coachella being canceled, I can only see for future events like HistoryCon in Pasadena, other events where large gatherings will also follow suit. I think I read that before. And Bitcoin Trades predicts that all large gatherings will be canceled within weeks to days. I'm not going to make any predictions. I'm only dealing with what's right now because it's, look, I'm looking at this. The New York Times, testing delays, missed chances by federal government setback, U.S. coronavirus response. The worst part of all of this is that the United States response has been that of a third world country. We look like we aren't prepared. We look like we're sitting on our hands. We look like we're stupid. We look like we don't have our act together collectively from the top down. That should upset everyone. I never thought I would see my country in a position where it didn't look like it was can do. Right now, the United States looks like it's can do not. It's can't. Can don't. That should upset you. It's one thing to have the Challenger accident, one isolated incident, but it's another thing for the entire country to be the Challenger, okay? We can't let that happen. Joseph Mamadura says, food for thought. The flight the Korean Airlines cancel flights to McCarran Airport are the Koreans showing socially responsibly, knowing that this is a global crisis. Oh, I think what you meant to say is, Jason D says he's nervous. Yes, so am I. Food for thought, the Korean Airlines cancels flights to McCarran Airport. Are the Koreans showing they're socially responsible? Yeah. But a lot of people are going to be forced to be socially responsible, okay? And here you got Donald Trump announcing a new event despite coronavirus fears, and people are going to go marching along with him. Oh yeah, we're going to meet and we're going to cheer you on and all that stuff, and then get sick. And think about it. He's not saying anything. He's just going to meet. Are you going to have anything special like 1,000 bottles of hand sanitizer? If he announced he would have 1,000 bottles of hand sanitizer, there would be a stampede to his rally, and not necessarily to see him. Wow. All right, folks. It is 1:35, and I'm going to let me before I go out, let me see what else is here regarding the hill and the stadium. Regarding the hill and the stadium. Do you realize that this stadium was usually priced at 1.4 billion dollars? Okay. Let's see here. Oh. See, Garth books are supposed to go on sale Friday. Eee. Let's see what happens there. Let's see what happens there. No, there's nothing else. More Davis making his announcement. And that's it. Okay, we'll go back to Las. Oh, it's hashtag Las Vegas. Let's see what that looks like. Day 2 has been an epic day. Good. Cosmopolitan. Wow. Take a look at this, okay? This is from the Cosmopolitan, but that's the strip. But you can even tell by the cars, there's not much activity. See this? Okay. See this? Okay. Move that down a bit there. Oh, Jay says, are you limiting where you go at all? Yeah, I've been here at home. I only went out to get takeout, salad, which I always get. Not every day though. But I already went grocery shopping. But hey, I think about it all the time. I went to Zaxby's, which is a salad place, and I noticed that the lady who was handling me my receipt now, the receipt's paper, and paper it could be dirty, right? So I said, make sure you wash your hands before you do that. She goes, oh, okay. I'm thinking, do they have protocols to tell people? Now, that's why I said something on the spot. I said, I'm going to manage what I'm being given, okay? But normally I would never have to think about that. But have someone, not in this area, and I have to go out and correct that because the Citizen, the local news organization, reported that somebody in Fayetteville had the coronavirus and said that it came from the governor's office press release. But you look at the governor's office press release, there's no report of anybody in Fayette County who has it. So they made a mistake that I got to clear up. There are 6 people total in Georgia that are officially said to have the coronavirus problem right now. As of the last time I looked, which was several hours ago. Hopefully it hasn't changed, but it wouldn't surprise me if it had. And so Jason says, did you hear the whole country of Italy is quarantined, over 60 million people? Yeah, I did. And let me look at that real quick before go out of here, because I'm going to type Italy. Italy trending. Italy core. Let's see what's happening here. This is 3 seconds ago. I just popped up in my face as I went to Italy on Twitter. Hello, Italy. I'm Italian, and one red zone is not closed for business. We have a lot of possibility to invest. A lot of people invested in Cardano, but at this moment we have a bad situation. Also, my company is closed with more than 200 people at home, but we will survive. If you have a bricks and mortar business, this is hard. Fortunately, my business is based on the internet. More than 10,000 cases in Italy now. growing real fast. I just read that tweet. Is that 10,000 cases? 10,000 cases? And that can't be. Italy has a population of 60 million. Sometime after 7,500 cases and before 10,000 cases, Italy basically locked down. That equals one case per 6,000 to 8,000 people. At that, using this rate, the United States would have more cases per 1,000 people in 30 days than this point at which Italy closed. Whoa! Did you hear that? I just read this. Whoa. Coronavirus lockdown in Italy cuts off over 15 million in northern region. Equipment hoping that, we better not make this the thing that ruins us all. Okay? I mean, I know we had the dinosaurs and all that, right? But please, not this. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Please, not this, all right? Let's see, equipment. Hoping that the Chinese solve this. Says that Chinese immigrants in Italy play an active role in combating the spread of the epidemic. I don't understand what that means. And let's see here. The epidemiological situation in Italy is now extremely difficult. Italy is carefully studying China's successful experience in combating the epidemic. Italy is experiencing difficulties due to the lack of medical supplies. Wow. Whole of Italy on lockdown, people maintaining safe distance from Italians. Italy asked China for help in the fight against coronavirus because it has an acute shortage of medical supplies. Italy reports 4 more deaths from prison riots linked to the coronavirus. Oh, this is, man. Doctor in Italy's coronavirus epicenter tells chilling details and plea for help. It reads here, this is Yahoo News. Dr. Daniele Manchetti, a doctor treating COVID-19 patients in a hospital located at the epicenter of Italy's coronavirus outbreak, has detailed the distressing conditions he is witnessing and his deep concern about the spread of the virus. In a now viral Facebook post, I didn't see this. Mancini sought to convey the situation. Let me get that. They have a link to this Facebook post. Reads, oh gosh, it's in Italian. There's no rats. There's no translation either. So, since I am not expert at reading Italian, let me go back to the English version. And now viral Facebook posts, Mancini sought, I could have put it into a translator, right? Sought to convey the situation in Bergamo, a city near Milan in northern Italy. He likened the outbreak, it's a he, to a war and a tsunami that has overwhelmed us. The 16 million people in the northern region of the country were the first to be locked down on Sunday before a nationwide lockdown on the country's 60 million residents was enforced Tuesday in an effort to slow the spread. Dr. Silvia Stringhitti, an epidemiologist an epidemiologist. Dr. Silvia Stringhitti, an epidemiologist and researcher at Geneva University's Institute of Global Health, translated Mancini's post from Italian to English in a Twitter thread saying that she wanted to fight this sense of security outside Twitter thread. You know what? I'm going to take that deal. I'm going to translate it into English into my blog so you don't have to go to Twitter to read it, so that it can be put out into search and people can find it rather than having to go to Twitter. Ugh. Folks, have your own blogs. Don't rely on just Jack Dorsey or anything else. As soon as I get off here, I'm gonna get right to work. But I digress. Now I'm really pissed off. Can't stand this stuff. All right. Zenny62 Media to the rescue. Anyway, it reads, the media in Europe are reassuring politicians, reassuring while there's little to be assured of. There are more than 8,000. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. There are 1,500 COVID-19 cases confirmed and 631 dead from the virus in Italy on Tuesday. Does that tell you we're really in fucking trouble? Okay. This is not an economic downturn. This is a pandemic. 8,500 cases confirmed, 631 dead. Whew. And I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna help out on this. Somebody's got to jump in. Willie Bain says Italy, for some reason, is the worst. Trump is immune. He's been vaccinated, says Willie Wayne. Jason D says, so epidemiologists 3 times feel fast. Yeah. Yes, I'm scared. Yeah. You know what, folks? I have witch hazel over here. I've got Lysol wipes. I'm in here. Okay. Get your rest. Keep your immune system up. If you do anything, keep up your immune system up. If you do anything, keep up your immune system. That's the best thing to do. It's not spreading fast in California, no. Oh, Joseph Amadouras adds another troublesome Trump issue. Is he supposedly shook hands with somebody that was exposed to coronavirus and he continues to host dinner and pep rallies? Yeah, and shake other hands. So basically, he's spreading it. We have the president of the damn United States spreading the coronavirus. You realize that? Even if he's not impacted by it, and he might be, he's got to be a carrier. You know, he's tempting fate. You had 32 assassins and wash your hands constantly. Oh, yeah. Hey, man. Cleansing wipes. Cleansing wipes. All right. Mama Hopper says, I'm in the Bay Area and I disagree. It's spreading fast. Well, it's a flu, you know? I mean, the whole point is it's a flu. So the main thing is to not get the flu. All right. Jason D says, my hands are dry from washing them so much I have to use them. But hey, folks, also don't forget your hands with your face. And take a shower every day. I take a shower every day. So it's about cleaning, it's keeping yourself clean, but you don't want to leave your body, susceptible to getting a cold because you're taking showers, right? Every day. And Willie Watt says, wash with an antibacterial soap, don't touch face. Right. And Joseph says, I have an idea about how prayer, and since you on live, maybe you can start it and have your viewers pray along with you. There's power in prayer. That's a good idea. Folks, let's all pray. Oh, dear Lord, we really need your strength and love and good fortune to help us out of this situation, to help us find a cure for this terrible, terrible disease before it spreads to a point where it can wipe us out. Please make sure that we all understand how important it is to maintain healthy habits, to get rest, and to keep a positive outlook on life. But please, God, help us find a cure. Now, in Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen. There you go. Michael says handshakes are out of the question now. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, Jason. Thank you. Just do this, man. Right? You do this, prosper. You can do this. You could say, what's up? Right? What else? You can, if you have pencils, you can like do the dueling pencils thing. Right? Just don't touch, make sure your pencils are clean. Or pins in this case, you got pen, right? Clean off your pen. Oh, and make sure, by all means, for God's sakes, all right, you clean off your smartphone. Okay? Make sure you clean off your smartphone, front and back, like that. Right? If you take a shower, take a hot shower. All right, folks, I am off to go and get that Italian explanation of what's happening there. I'm going to transcribe it and I'm going to post it on oaklandnewsnow.com. I'm going to get to work on that right now. I'm going to sign off. God bless you, everybody. The power of prayer will save us. Believe that. See you soon. See you tonight. See you tomorrow night. Good night, everybody. Hey, Jason D. Glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. God bless you. God bless everybody. God bless the world. God bless the world. See ya.